Alright guys, so this is my final guide for the mutant lanes in Doom raiding. Here's my team, and one thing, the only good team at the moment is the X-Men, and you shouldn't be trying anything else. There might be other teams coming up, but we shouldn't be worried about those just yet because it will take some time to build those teams up, and at the moment these guys are the top team by far. The three most important characters in this team are Bishop, Jubilee and Beast. Kitty Pryde and Iceman are sort of secondary in the team, and that's why I have my Bishop, Jubilee and Beast at gear tier 15 and my Kitty Pryde and Iceman on gear tier 14. And this should be enough for even Doom 2.3. At least that's what I've heard from other content creators and top players in the world at the moment. So when you're prioritizing building your characters and doing your gear tiers and levels and T4s and whatever's, Bishop, Jubilee and Beast are the most important ones, and Kitty Pryde and Iceman are secondary ones. Alright, what about the ISOs? Well, this is the setup that I'm using, and I think this is the best one at the moment. I think most of the top players in the world at the moment use this setup. There definitely is few other setups as well, but after testing out other setups, I think this is the best one. And let me explain why. First of all, we have 4 skirmishers and Bishop as a striker. Well, Bishop as a striker is quite self-explanatory. He does a lot of damage. He's the damage engine of the team, so he should be a striker. The percentage damage that he gets from striker is insane. So he's definitely a striker. But why on earth do we have everyone else as a skirmisher? That's a great question. I'm going to explain it to you in just a second. Alright. So first of all, there's a lot of debuffs and a lot of clearing of buffs with this team. Let's take, for example, Jubilee. Blind on basic, spreading of debuffs on special, stun on ultimate, and now you understand that the focus is super important that you get from the skirmisher bonus, the 50% more focus. It's more important to land those debuffs that you really want instead of getting an extra attack with a possible other debuff when you're playing with this team. So definitely striker skirmisher instead of striker. But why on earth would I have a skirmisher on Beast as well? That sounds crazy, right? Well, not really. Beast doesn't have that good of a focus, and there's one thing that he does really well, and that something that requires focus is his basic. He is flipping positive effects to negative effects, and he's doing that with an AoE attack. So instead of those enemies having those buffs, you're flipping them into debuffs, and you might as well know that that's a really big benefit and super valuable in this game. So you really want to flip those instead of not flipping them. So that's why the skirmisher bonus for focus is super important for Beast as well. Also, when you're having the skirmisher extra attack, well, the normal attack, when the target has a vulnerable, will be clearing more buffs. So that means that they have even more ways of getting rid of nasty buffs on the enemy team. So Beast, definitely a skirmisher. Other okay option would be healer, but to me, definitely skirmisher and no other way. What about Kitty Pryde? I think Kitty Pryde is a prime example of a skirmisher bonus. Kitty Pryde has a terrible focus. Kitty Pryde has a lot of stuff that she does that either takes away the buffs from the enemy or lands buffs of her own to the enemy. So Her basic is clearing positive effects. Well, with the focus that she has by herself, is not enough to do that, and usually he just doesn't do that. But with the skirmisher, she will. The special, offense down enemies, super important to land this. So you need the focus, and without the focus, she won't be landing this, especially on the harder raids like DOOM2, 2.1, 2.2, and 2.3. Well, the ultimate. Well, this is something that I learned the hard way. That if you don't have the skirmisher bonus, the disrupted won't land. And the disrupted is something that usually is like super important because you want to get rid of a Thanos taunt or something that will be screwing up your gameplay totally. And this is the way to get rid of that or avoid that or try to get around that. And if that doesn't land, it means that that attack was totally wasted. So that's why skirmisher is super important on Kitty Pryde. Also, when you're clearing positive effects with the basic and you're clearing positive effects on vulnerable targets with the skirmisher, you will be clearing a lot of positive effects. Alright, so what about Iceman? Well, Iceman is all about the debuffs. He will be landing slows on basic, slows on ultimate, and stun on special. And you want each of those to land. So it's super important to have the extra focus for Iceman. And also, the skirmisher attack on vulnerable, let's say basic, will be clearing those buffs from the enemy. So that's even one more character in your team that clears the buffs on enemy, even though he usually doesn't. So that's amazing. Alright, one more thing. Some people might have not thought about this, but I'm gonna say to you now. You might have noticed that this team assists a lot. Actually, they assist on each and every hit. And it's all about the Jubilee passive. So whenever on these characters or Astonishing Men, X-Men, Wolverine allies assist on either self or random Astonishing X-Men ally. Alright, so what does that have to do with Skirmisher? Well, if you go to Skirmisher bonuses, you can check that on blue ISO level 1, it gives 10% damage on assists. So this is one of the real good levels for this team, but of course going further will enable you to get past Doom 2.0, 2.1, 2.3 and so on. So this is something that this team does a lot of assist. A lot of damage comes from the assists, so having 10% more damage on that is just super valuable, and it just adds up. Like every freaking attack will be doing more damage, every freaking assist will be doing more damage, so that's super important. Alright, what about the T4s? Well, I would say that there's a lot of T4s that are good ones, there are a few T4s that you shouldn't be doing, and of course there's like the essential ones. For example, my Bishop, I have all of them, because Bishop is a great character and he does a lot of damage, so it's sort of a no-brainer that you upgrade all of his abilities because they will be doing even more damage. But yeah, that's my just analysis on Bishop. The same goes for Jubilee. Jubilee is a great character with great abilities, and she's super useful in Dark Humans and everything. She's legendary, so definitely go all on her. Beast is a different beast, pun intended. He doesn't have great T4s. I would say that the special is the only one that you should be doing for sure, and maybe the ultimate after that, but I don't see that as a too important. It's more like a bit win more a bit. But other than that, I wouldn't do the passive or the basic. Kitty Pride, I would say the passive, definitely. I like the special and I like the basic. On Iceman, I have the passive and I like the basic as well. But yeah, that's about it. Alright, now that we have talked about the team, let's get into some gameplay. Alright, so let's start with the first node. First node, I think most of you have been fighting in here for some time now. I would like to bring up a few things before we enter here. For example, a few things that I think most people are thinking a bit wrong. Everyone knows that we have Hela and we have Grex, and we should be killing those Grex as much as we can with the AoE, because that will be giving us speed meter. One thing that I think everyone knows as well is to stun Squirrel Girl before she gets to clear the debuffs on that team. And the one thing I think most people are, well, maybe not most people, but at least some people are doing wrong, is how to play against the Silver Surfers. A lot of players are going hard on Silver Surfers, and to me that's just wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. Silver Surfers are super easy, and they are super controllable. If you land a blind on Silver Surfer, he won't be doing anything on his first turn. The ultimate will be just missing everyone. And he's actually quite slow if you don't hit him. Also, his second turn, the special, will be missing if you blind him. So the best course of action with Silver Surfers is actually to just blind him for the first two turns, kill everyone else, and when he's about to take the third turn with the basic, that's about the time that you should be killing him. And there's two of them, so I'm always just, blind, let's focus on everyone else, more blinds, focus on everyone else, and then kill him. And I'm going to show you how it goes. So alright, about the setup, I'm using my team this way, and you might be asking why. Why not having Bishop in the middle and people behind him and stuff like that? Well, these raids are a bit harder than most, and the splash damage can actually do some harm. And that's why I'm actually having Jubilee behind him, because Jubilee can actually take a hit quite well. I haven't ever lost Jubilee in these raids, and I think I never will. And now that I've said it, I mostly jinx it, and I'm gonna lose her in this raid. But other than that, I'm having Iceman in the middle, because Iceman in the middle, Iceman can take a hit, and he has that revive mechanic. Kitty Pryde has some evades, and Beast is just, one of the most important characters in here, so I'm having Beast on the other side, just to not get him hit too many times. Alright. So I hope you got that, but yeah, you can definitely go whichever way you want to, but I feel like this is the best one. Alright, so let's get into it. So, kill Grex with AoE, get your speed meter. Silver Surfer is a trap, blind him, control him, do not kill him, and stun Squirrel Girl, and I'm gonna show you something else as well. I'm gonna be starting with the basic over here. Gonna be flipping up, look at this. Gonna be flipping up those defense ups in the defense downs. This will already help me quite a lot. There you can see that my Jubilee can take a hit. My second turn is, because I'm most likely getting a blind, is to actually use the special on Philowell, and that should be enough to kill her and get some speed meter and get rid of a dangerous character. We have you should always check your assist. We have assist on Beast, and he will be flipping debuffs, buffs in the debuffs, so I'm gonna be targeting, like you saw, I'm gonna be targeting Silver Surfer and get rid of that defense up. Alright, after that, I'm just gonna be using my special with Kitty Pryde and targeting Moondragon. And here's one of the culminations, stun on Squirrel Girl. And like you see, I can land almost everything that I'm hitting. And here you can see that Silver Surfer is actually not that dangerous. He's actually slow. He's not doing anything. I'm gonna be doing more basics over here and kill the Greg and just flip some buffs into debuffs. Alright, I'm gonna be using the ultimate on here as well. Killing a bunch of characters, kill that Greg, get some speed meter. I'm gonna be hitting my basic over here to flip that offense up on Jubilee. Jubilee is actually quite nasty. I'm gonna be using my basic over here just to flip that offense up. So that's pretty good. We haven't had the blinds yet to be ready to blind that Silver Surfer, but that's not too much of a problem because we can do it right here. And now that we can actually land that blind like that, we are actually pretty good. So now we can just go with the special on Jubilee, and Jubilee is out of the game, and we have a lot of more debuffs in the field. Gonna be basic in Hela. I think this is one of the stuff that people do a bit wrong. They're actively trying to keep Hela alive, just to keep that Greg on the field to get that speed meter. In my opinion, you shouldn't be playing with your food, so to say, and try to get cute, because that will end up badly. Now that the field is cleared, we can actually go for Silver Surfer. And as you can see, he didn't take any turns, and he was blinded, so if it even took a turn, that wouldn't done anything. Alright, gonna go basic over here, and let's blind that bishop. That's really good, because that ultimate will be nullified with that. Let's try to clear that defense up. And as you can see, everything's landing because I have skirmishers on everything. So now that we can actually just start to conserve our abilities and just kill these characters slowly and just make sure that we are ready for the next node. And there's the end of bishop. Good. Let's try to kill that Silver Surfer, and it should be quite easy now. We should go auto basic at this point, but I'm sort of just playing it manually, but just doing basic. But I'm also like trying to check that if anything goes wrong, I'm ready to do something else if that's needed. Alright, but that's the first node, and as you can see, it was quite easy. We got a minute left, and if I wasn't talking so much and trying to explain my tactics, I probably would have had like a minute and a half or even 2 minutes left in there. Super easy, super simple. Alright, the second node, well, this is a bit trickier, and I think there's like 2 approaches that I've seen, and they all revolve around the first few turns. One of them is to try to kill Emma as your first target and just go hard on her and just control the dad bros a bit, try to land blinds on them on the right turns, and when that Colleen Wing ult is hitting you, you will be just tanking that and hopefully surviving. The other tactic is to actually go hard on Colleen Wing and kill her before she gets to ult. Tank the dad bros abilities for the first turns, and then stun Emma before she can cleanse the debuffs from the enemies, from you. I've been trying both of them, and they've been working quite fine, and sometimes opportunity presents itself that you can actually mix the tactics, but I'm usually mostly going for the first one, so to kill Emma, control the dad bros, and tank the Colleen Wing ult. And I can do that because my team is quite beefy, and when you have the beast ultimate ready with def ups and everything, it doesn't hit that hard. But if your team is a bit weaker and you have feeling that you will be having hard time with that, you can try the other tactic and just go for a culling wing as hard as you can in the first turns. And here the skirmisher hits is super important because you will be facing that Miss Marvel taunt, and when you have a vulnerable on Miss Marvel, every freaking hit except for Bishop will be clearing away that taunt. Alright, but let's go for it. I'm just hoping that we can do this on one hit and hopefully not screw it up too bad because this has been a long video and would be a bummer to to wreck this this far away. But let's see how it goes. Alright. So everything's starting with the Beast Ultimate. And I'm gonna be targeting Emma because I want all the extra attacks to hit her. I'm gonna be doing my ultimate on here. There's one danger in that if culling wing drops below 50%, then you will be getting that Miss Marvel taunt, and that's sort of bad because it will be screwing up your cycle of attacks a bit. There we got the first attack from Shatterstar and Longshot. Those are not bad, but the second attacks from both of those are quite nasty. And so we don't want the especially the Shatterstar special going in because those defense downs are quite nasty. So I'm gonna be stunning Shatterstar with the ultimate, and there's the culling wing ultimate, and as you can see with the defense ups, it doesn't affect me too much, so I can take that. So now I'm gonna be going with the ultimate here in the middle and hopefully land that blind on Longshot, and we did, so that ultimate is now wasted. That's perfect. Here's one of like Greg situations. My philosophy on this is to not play with your food, so hit multiple man with every hit you do to get that clone to give you a speed meter, but at the same time look for opportunities to actually hit him like this to actually get him down, because at some point if there's too many clones and he gets to do those nasty abilities, special and ultimate, he might actually cause you a timeout on this. So that's why I'm sort of like going for multiple man instead of just trying to play with him a bit and just to get all of those clones and get cute like that. That will be that might actually screw your game over. All right, here's the spreading of the debuffs works like a charm, and I'm just gonna be targeting this way so I can hit as many multiple mans as I can, and all the same time killing that actual multiple man. So trying to make sure that he actually dies before he gets to do any shenanigans. All right, so now I'm in pretty good position. Gonna be making sure that Mr. Sinister is not gonna be cloning anyone. He's quite slow, so that's not really an issue. So make sure that Longshot is killed. Make sure that Polaris is killed. Try to hit that Hulk and Black Bolt as well. But we're looking quite fine at this point. And let's see if we can clear that. We did. That was actually a beast clear. I was hoping that that Iceman would be clearing that, because that would be cooler. At this point, we're definitely just saving our cooldowns for the boss node. We're just going for auto basic at this point. So as you can see, it was quite easy. Felt like under control all the time. We don't have any issues with time, and again, when I'm talking and playing at the same time, it's costing me a bit of time. So I would be done with this node even faster if I was not making a video and trying to explain my tactics. But we still had plenty of time, everything's under control. We got all the abilities ready, so that's really good. 50 seconds left. All right. So something that I'm quite proud of is the fact that I can actually one-shot the boss node. I've been doing that in Doom 2.0 for a long time. And in the first run of Doom 2.1, I actually managed to do that as well. It's not always happening, but I have a good shot at it. So I'm trying to explain my tactic in here. First of all, I sort of have it in two sections. The first one is the setup. So we're using certain abilities on certain characters to make sure that the setup is ready. And this way we can make sure that we can kill Doom and we don't get killed ourselves. And after that, because this is a long node and a lot of hard characters, we are actually autoing almost half of the node. And you cannot do that before you have set it up. And I'm going to explain you how. First of all, the right side has Jubilee, it has Kestrel, it has Taskmaster, and those are the characters with Doom and Corvus Clave as well. Those are characters that you would want to control. Give them slows, flip their buffs into debuffs, stun, blind, whatever. On the other side, there's Thanos and Zemo. We don't care too much about Zemo, but we care about Thanos. You need to use your Kitty Pryde ultimate on Thanos to make sure that he has the disrupted when he's about to taunt. After that, one thing to note is to have slow on Doom as soon as you can. And once you're going for Doom, your idea is to use the Jubilee ult to turn meter rewind him and give him the slow again and kill him before he gets to take his second turn and kill you with the ultimate. Alright, that might sound a bit hectic or crazy, but I'm gonna show you how it goes, and hopefully we don't screw this up because this has been a long video. But alright, here it goes, Let's see if we can do this. Alright, so definitely check your assists on this node. For example, on this time I'm hitting Doom because we have Iceman assist and we can get that slow in there. We're doing the Beast basic over here because we can flip all of those offense up into offense down. So now you can understand how freaking good that disrupted is. I'm gonna be targeting Zemo in here because I want to clear that defense up from Zemo. And I'm gonna be targeting Taskmaster here because I want to try and clear that defense up from him, and I did. Perfect. This is one of the culminations of the match. How many blinds do you get, and who gets it, and how fast can you clear them? So it's looking quite nasty, but let's just keep on continuing. This won't hit anyone, so it doesn't matter where we hit, and we're just doing basic. I'm hoping that they drop one of our characters below 50% so we can actually get Beast up a bit in turn meter. I'm gonna be using the special over here and hit Doom a bit. Not under 50%, but a bit, and that special will be landing even though you have a blind. So that's good. You, at this point on the second turns of Jubilee and Taskmaster, fuzzy boob boob boob. Alright, so we screwed it up. I forgot about the Jubilee ult on on Thanos instead of that special. So that was a total screw up, but let's see if we can still do this. Let's try to clear away that Thanos taunt. It's possible with this team, even though he has a crazy amount of resist. And because Thanos is having a slow and over 50%, we can actually still do this. We can actually even kill Thanos before everything. But there you can see that Taunt was taken away, and now we have a chance to actually kill Doom. But let's see if we can actually sort of make do our our mistake, or my mistake. It's not yours, but we're definitely gonna be hitting Doom with everything we can, and hopefully get him down before he get his second turn. It's not looking bad. It's actually looking quite manageable. We should have the special ready with Jubilee, so that should be the end of him, at least close to it. Well, not quite. That was it. Alright, so we're still in the game, but let's see if we have enough time to actually clear this. So I'm gonna be playing a bit more aggressively and hopefully get this done. And now I'm actually just going for auto. So this is the point. Once you get Doomtown, you're gonna go for auto. On the second wave, you're definitely gonna want to target Captain Sam, because Captain Sam doing that ultimate or special is just ruining your game, and we don't want that. So that happened, but let's keep on continuing. I think we can still manage. Most likely we're not going to be one-shotting, because at this point we should be having only like 2 characters left, and we still have a bunch of them. But it's still okay-ish attempt, even though we fumble with the tactic that we have been doing for a long time. But that happens, you know. Once you brag with your skills and your tactics, you're just changed to do all the mistakes that you can. But it's still looking pretty okay. It's a 2-shot. We could have one-shotted this, but yeah, that happens. There's the freaking taunt, and at this point you can see how important it is to have those skirmishers, because flipping these buffs into debuffs and clearing these is super important. But yeah, let's keep on continuing. But it's all about autoing at this point. But it serves me right. I was so so proud of myself for my cool tactic that I've been building up for a long time. But you can check my other videos from my previous mutant node video. The first one that I did in here, I actually one-shot this node, so it's doable, but we just screwed up this time. But still, as you can see, it was quite easy. And yeah, that was like it could have been better, of course, but what can you do? That's just like yeah, my pride becoming my fall, or how would you say it? But yeah, let's just finish this up and have like a few end notes just to explain a bit about what we've been doing here. So to me it seems that if you play carefully, if you check your assist, if you know what you're doing, you can definitely manage with a lower team, and the X-Men are super good and super resilient, so you should be building this team up. And even though they would be bringing a new mutant team in the near future, which most likely is happening with Magic, I still think that this team will be doing great work in the mutant lane for quite a lot of time. So I'm not worried about investing on this team. More so that, for example, I'm sort of worried about investing on, let's say, symbiotes, because there's a new, really good looking raid team coming up in the real near future, and I'm super excited about that. But yeah, that's about it. Node is almost done. But yeah, how did you feel? Did you get anything out of this? Because I'm hoping so. I'm feeling like if you like have any thoughts, any comments, any criticism, I would love to hear that, because I'm always trying to answer any question I get in YouTube. And if you have anything any questions, please ask me. I'm happy to answer. And yeah, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe. You know the deal, the usual. I'm not even a, a hardcore content creator in a sense that I'm not even getting any benefits from that, but it's always helping the algorithm, and maybe someday I will be doing something with this. So yeah, I would love to if you liked the video or subscribed. But all right, that's it. That was a long video. Thanks for hanging this long. Yeah, and see you on the next one. All right, bye.